Primal Pursuit is a Roblox game about surviving for 5 minutes against a dinosaur, and survivors get equipped with a car and weapon. Today I'll be seeing what is the best starter weapon for people who have just began playing the game. But wait, what counts as a starter? For me, a starter item is anything below the price of 3,000 bones. However, my opinion is always changing, so keep that in mind. This means that everything before the AR-DINO is a starter or early game weapon. Some things to keep in mind are that some weapons are better due to the damage per second, which is the damage per ammo divided by the firing rate, but we won't be using that as that's not a big factor, and you also do less damage whilst in a car, half to be exact. To rank them fairly, I played a match in the best starter car that I ranked in an earlier video, which is the banana car, and I only played during a normal round, which means I didn't count any double trouble rounds. With that out of the way, let's get on with it, shall we? The pistol's the first gun you get in the game at 0 bones, which means it's free. It has a 0.25 second firing rate, 248 damage and 8 ammo. It isn't the worst gun, but it's not amazing either. You have to be slightly good with aiming, and if so, you could get 124 damage done whilst in a car. The damage is pretty bad but can suit you well with a good car. For me, it's a 4 out of 10 gun at the least. For what it is, it can be pretty good, but there are better options. If you're going to use it, make sure you use it out of the car when it's safe and don't try to shoot and drive at the same time. The shotgun is the cheapest gun in the game that is not free at 150 bones. It has 1.3 second fire rate, 612 damage and 6 ammo. A lot of people like to hate on this gun, probably because when you shoot it, it spreads out into multiple bullets that do less damage, which you can actually use to your advantage. If you can aim correctly, the bullets that spread out can hit the dino from a mid-range. Although you will probably do less damage due to the other bullets missing, you can still do damage easily. In my opinion, it's a 5 out of 10 gun. Absolutely worth the price, if not more, but it has a risky play style, requiring you to be close to the dino to deal loads of damage. If you want to use this gun, try keeping your distance but not too much so you can deal any damage and get away. The MP5 is the cheapest fast shooting gun that you could get at 350 bones. With a 0.095 second fire rate, 300 damage and 30 ammo, aiming is really important with this gun as you cannot get much damage done without good aim. This is because the damage stat is how much damage you have done after using all ammo. This means that each MP5 bullet does only 10 damage per shot when you're not in the car. This can make a harder gun to use, but definitely a safer option if you aren't really looking for skillful guns. I would rate it a 7 to 10. It's not terrible, but that's safer options compared to it. If you want to use this gun, try shooting out of the car from a safe distance and drive off as soon as the dinosaur begins chasing you. This is the cheapest sniper in the game at 500 bones. It has a 5 second firing rate, 220 damage and 1 ammo. I'm not a big fan of snipers excepting IWS, which is for one thing, their scope. At first you would think it's pretty helpful until you realise the scope moves your camera slightly upward, thus it ruins your vision as most of your sight becomes black with a crosshair in the middle. Its damage can be good, but aiming it is horrible, especially if you're against a smaller dino. Overall, I say it's a 3 out of 10 because there are so many better options that you can get. If you decide you want to use this gun for some reason, try keeping distance when dinos shoot out of the car, but don't use the scope at all. The AR-15 is another fast shooting gun priced at 820 bones. It has a firing rate of 0.12 seconds, 330 damage and 30 ammo. This is basically a slightly slower MP5 with more damage, which can make it a better option than the MP5 in my opinion. However, there are definitely better guns which you can buy, but it's overall an 8 out of 10 gun for me. I would use the same advice I gave for people using MP5, which is try shooting out the car from a safe distance and drive off when the dino is close. The AK-47 is another fast shooter at 1250 bones. It has a firing rate of 0.2 seconds, 600 damage and 40 ammo. This is already a big improvement from the other fast shooters, as it can do the same amount of damage from the MP5 whilst you're driving. This is a great pick for starters, but does require some skill with aiming. Other than that, I think it's a 9 out of 10 gun, as you can do a lot of damage in a short time span. All you need to do is have decent aim to deal good damage. The crossbow is a unique weapon because it's the only weapon in the game that is not a gun. It is priced at 1840 bones and has a firing rate of 2 seconds, 648 damage and 6 ammo. This is a really good gun, but gets overlooked for some reason as you can deal a lot of damage in a few shots, only balanced by its 2 second firing rate. It also requires some aiming, but can still be good either way. It is also a 9 out of 10 gun for what it is, as you can deal a lot of damage by getting out the car from a safe distance between you and the dino, shoot a couple of times and head off. The only other sniper in the game that has a scope system, the heavy sniper is priced at 2,250 bones, has a firing rate of 5 seconds, 290 damage and 1 ammo. It's just a better light sniper as it does more damage from one shot, so I heavily recommend getting this gun instead. I give it a 6 out of 10 as it's not bad, but requires skill of aiming. My advice is the same for the light sniper. Keep distance and shoot out of the car, but do not use the scope. The AR-DINO is the last gun that I do consider early game, priced at 2,850 bones. It has a firing rate of 0.12 seconds, 420 damage and 30 ammo. This is a pretty good gun as you can deal some good damage in a short amount of time, but there are obviously better options which offer more damage. For me it's a solid 7 out of 10 gun. It's not bad, but there are better options to it, and it's definitely more worth it than the AR-UNI, at least for me. My advice would be basically the same as the other fast shooter guns, so take that into consideration when using it. After ranking all 9 early game weapons, in my opinion, I will now show all their ratings on screen for 3 seconds each. Depending on your playstyle, I think the AK-47 or the Crossbow is probably the best gun for starters. However, you do need to grind for guns, which should be easy as they are relatively cheap. If you enjoyed this video, give us a like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!